Ranking Member, Mr. Jordan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. What we're going to hear from Democrats this morning is astonishing. It will be truly astonishing. For months, they declared there wasn't even a crisis on the border. Senator Warren said a fake crisis at the border is fear-mongering of the worst kind, and we're not falling for it. But weeks later, Democrats sure have changed their tune. The chairman just recently said Congress cannot ignore the humanitarian crisis at the border. For years now, Republicans have been warning about the crisis and working hard to find solutions, and all the while Democrats have denied there was even a problem. This is not about politics. It's always been about preserving the integrity of our border and preventing the humanitarian crisis that we are all now witnessing. Democrats are in charge here. They set the agenda. The chairman could have had this hearing on a border crisis in January. He could have had one in February or March or April. Instead, prioritize political hearings like the hearing we first had Michael Cohen months and months ago. Think about this. The president made his emergency supplemental request only 2 days after that hearing. We knew even then that it was urgent. Instead of giving a platform to a convicted felon, we could have come here to address the border crisis. Only now the situation has reached the point that Democrats cannot ignore it and finally decided to acknowledge that there is, in fact, a real crisis on the border. After months of the problem being pointed out and urgent calls for more funding, it wasn't until just before the July 4th recess that the House Democrats finally agreed to waiting 8 weeks, finally agreed to pass the $4.6 billion supplemental emergency funding bill to provide some of the resources needed at the border. And despite the size and scope of the crisis, even this funding bill was not supported by many of the Democrats, including some testifying today. Once again, they would rather play politics with the border than work on solutions. They've now gone from denying that there is a crisis to accusing those working to stop it, our border agents, of actually creating a culture of cruelty, as some have said. Just yesterday, the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee gratuitously and erroneously accused our Border Patrol agents.
What's going on? I'd like to thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing what they got to do. And making it pop. I don't have no minutes. I'm actually late right now. But I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick because I think this is really cool. I looked down in my collection and wow, I forgot this is back there. Oscar de la Renta, Oriental lace. Oscar de la Renta, Rod? What is that? Is that Oscar de la Renta? Is that not a designer? There has to be a designer, Rod. Now, come on now. There's some Oscar de la Rentas I saw, and it was in Macy's, and it was $27. How are you doing with Oscar de la Renta? And it's not a designer, Raj. Well, what happened was, Oscar de la Renta decided, like Armani Preve and Tom Ford and many other designer people per se, Shanti Kali, to come out with a next level juice. I had one called Santalum as well, but this one right here is called Oriental Lace, which is basically vanilla and woods and spicy. Now, I smelled this in Neiman's where I purchased it from. No, that's where I smelled it at. I smelled this at Neiman's a long time ago. They had the whole line. It was about 5 or 6 of them. I like 3. And one I sold to AT Deuce. And very good juice. Very good juice. I forgot the nose behind the juice, but it was a very, very prominent juice noser who actually made this juice. Okay? So, but right, I want to hear it. Let me tell you what the problem is. The reason you don't see this anymore is because they had a problem. The problem was, if you look at the top, you can see the atomizer is gone. You can see all this starting to erode a little bit. The plastic is all plastic. They didn't put enough money into the development of the bottle. So essentially what had happened was, here's the top. And if you weren't careful, what happened is you put the top on, you pull off the top, the atomizer will come off. Pretty much that's what happened. So they had to get rid of the entire line. I'm just speculating because of this major flaw. The juice is the bomb. I can't get enough of it. When I look down there, I'm like, man, you haven't worn this in a while, bro. You got to spray this on. Man, let me tell you something. This is some good juice. I'm just telling you from the top of the dome, this is some good juice. Okay? So, if you see it, grab it. You might be able to find it on eBay, Oriental Lace. It might be a little high now because they can't get it anymore. But again, the reason they had to pull this out the store It was at the store. It was in Neiman's. I'm like, what happened? He was like, we had to drop the line. I'm like, why you drop the line? He was like, we don't know. They're supposed to pull it. I'm like, oh, man. So, they pulled it. I said, dealer Renta, look for this bottle right here, not the other bottles. This is kind of similar to the other bottles. But this has a raised placard or plate. The top is like this. And again, not just a plastic top, it feels heavy. But I'm thinking really the problem was, you put this top on there and I'm done spraying. Put the top on. Sometimes when you pull it off, the atomizer was getting stuck somehow in this groove in here and it was taking off the atomizer. It seems to be working pretty good now. Cool. But I kept the atomizer on the top because I got tired of pulling it off. And this is going to the front so you know what I mean, it fits right over top of the front. So I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe it was me. I don't know. All I know is they don't sell anymore. I'm spraying it. I'm the only one wearing this today. Oriental lace. Bosco de Renta. The top of the line, their Preve line, which is no longer Preve. Don't make it anymore. Sorry. Doggone shame. I'm out. Talk to y'all later. Okay.